Hi class, so today we covered finding the volume of pyramids, not only in mathematical situations, but also in the real world or story problems. We're going to be on page 22 of your notes. So remember, as we discussed in class today, that when we are talking about a pyramid is 1/3 the size of a prism that has the same base and the same height. So we have to use the 1/3 every single time we have a pyramid. Now, this looks a little bit different when we are doing some of the problems. So in this case, this is number 2 in your notes, we have the volume of this pyramid, but I see that this pyramid is a rectangular pyramid. And so what I do is I write volume of a rectangular pyramid, and I use the D to denote that it is a pyramid, not a prism. And then I write down that it is 1/3. And then to find the area of the base, I just times the length times the width, and then I do the height of the pyramid. So it looks very familiar because that's very similar to our finding volume of a prism, except for, again, with pyramids, we have that 1/3 out front. So I bring down the 1/3 and I times 3 times 4 times 7. I type that into my calculator and I get 28. And I remember that I have to put my units cubed. So that's very straightforward, but what if instead of a rectangular pyramid, we have a triangular pyramid? So when I talk about the triangle, I'm looking at this triangle that I'm outlining in purple really quickly. And we're talking about this guy right here. So we need to talk about that base. That base is the one that we are going to use to determine what shape it is. In this case, it's a triangle. When we find the area of a triangle, it's 1/2 times the base times the height of that triangle. So that's just for the base triangle, okay? We still have to use this 1/2 when we're dealing with the base, but this is a pyramid. So we also still have to have the 1/3 for the volume. So the volume of a triangular pyramid is going to be 1/3 times 1/2 times the base triangle times the height of the little triangle times the height of the pyramid. Okay, so I'm going to put in my numbers now. I've got 1/3 times 1/2 times my base is this lovely 17.5 times my height, which is this lovely 6 over here, times my other height, which is 10 right here. So take a second and type that into your calculators. All right, when I type that into my calculator, I get out 175 meters cubed. Again, remember, volume, we're always going to be working in a 3-dimensional space. We're filling it all the way up, so our units are going to be cubed. Now, what if you're given a shape that looks like this? Well, remember, our generic equation for volume of a pyramid is V equals 1/3 the base times the height. And so right now it's just a matching game. I keep the 1/3 because that's a number we have to have, but I see down here I already have the base. It even says capital B is 21 times 6. So you type that into your calculator and you get 42 feet cubed. All right, class, so that's what we accomplished today in class. Here is your homework. Please don't forget to do all of these problems, and I will see you tomorrow.